Hi, welcome back to our series on music production using BandLab. So far, we've talked mainly about creating music using virtual instruments or MIDI tracks. You can go a long way using MIDI tracks alone, but today we're going to incorporate some audio recordings using our cell phone microphone. This can be fun, quick, and has been made super easy by the current generation of smartphones. If you've watched our previous BandLab videos, this lesson should be a breeze. In this video, you will learn to set up an audio track, record sound, and then make edits, all in about 5 minutes. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is open a session with previously written music that I'd like to record some audio over. Let's just take a quick listen. So there's not much going on here. I think I'd like to add some energy by using a live drum track. First, we'll need an audio track. We're going to do this the same way that we did with the MIDI tracks. I'm going to click this plus sign, but this time we're going to select voice/mic. The first thing you'll notice is that there's a screen that we haven't seen yet. If you look at this middle panel, you'll notice that there are 3 buttons that determine what we see. The waveform view that allows us to see and edit our audio, auto pitch, which is the same thing as auto tune, but for BandLab, and we can see the effects view, which we'll talk about in a later video. To the right of this center panel, there's a tuner, which tells you exactly how close you are to being in tune. The metronome and the fader icons are in the same place as before. To the left of the center panel is a new icon we haven't seen, the monitoring icon. When this icon is selected, you're going to hear whatever's being recorded by the microphone in your headphones. If you turn it off, you won't hear it, but it will still be recording. Since I'm already sitting behind a drum set, let's just go back to our main window and see what happens if we press record. Alright, let's go back to the waveform view and see how that sounded. Because I'm using earbuds and the microphone is located on the cord, my arm was rubbing against the microphone, causing a slight noise. Whenever you're recording with a microphone, just be mindful of the placement. Make sure there's nothing nearby that causes noise. Let's scrap that previous track and try one more time. I'm a lot happier with that take, but let's see how the microphone sounds. Sometimes when I'm listening, I'll take the metronome out so I can just hear the music. Okay, so I'm a lot happier with the way that this sounds. It seems like we have a pretty good drum take here, but I only want to use 4 bars and treat it like a loop, just like everything else. The procedure for doing this is the same as it was with the MIDI tracks. We're just going to grab the edges and trim them down so that they have the appropriate starting point and ending point. Always check your audio loops to make sure there are no clicks and pops at the transition. Now this sounds pretty good to me. I would consider this drum tracking a success. Now it's up to you to experiment with your phone's microphone and record whatever kind of tracks you want. This could be vocals, a musical instrument you know how to play, and sometimes even background noise can add a little something to your track. Put some audio recordings on a loop and just see what you can hear. Sometimes you never know what might happen on accident until you try.